to live in my phone. Welcome to my first Tile of the Week Thursday. Not going to sing it for you because I'm not Mike. But this is the brainchild of Sam from Manfers Makes, and her lovely hubby Mike has joined in, and there are quite a few people on the YouTube streets Tile of the Weeking. But before we get into any of that, today is day 2 of my Edilaver's crafty stitch marker collection. I've got a cute little hippo. So let's get that open. Oh, that's awesome. You'll see why I'm giggling in a minute. This is also a open and closey one. But if you hold still, it's a stitch marker. That is brilliant. That is pure genius. That made me giggle. Out of the 2 that we've opened so far, I believe that might be my favourite. Oh, Ellie, that's brilliant. You are a genius, my dear. Okay, so moving on with Tile of the Week. Where did I put it? Do excuse me a minute. I was organised. I'm not now. So this week's was Frasera, which was meant to look like that, and mine, where have you gone, looks like that. It's actually smaller than I was expecting it to turn out to be, despite the fact that it suggests DK yarn, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, it suggests DK. I've done it in fact it suggests DK in a 4mm hook. Now I've done it in Aran, or 4-weight, on a 5.5mm, because I'm doing all of them on Aran yarn and a 5.5mm, including my Square Saturday ones. And I have used it's all, apart from the burgundy, Karen Simply Soft. The grey is Karen Simply Soft Heathers. The burgundy is some that I bought hand-dyed acrylic off of eBay. And they're the colours that I'm going to be using. In fact, if I just lean forward slightly and turn you around, this could be interesting, and I apologise. If you can see, next to my little Chinese doll there is a basket. That is the yarns that I'm using. I apologise if that was a bit naff. Now, from the past patterns, full disclosure, I'm not going to do them all. I don't like, from my personal style, most of the floofy, flowery shenanigans. So I've handpicked the ones from the past that I'm going to make, and also, full disclosure, I've gone ahead and there are 2 that I'm not doing because, quite frankly, I think they're hideous. Not only do they look hideous to make, they, in my opinion, they just don't work with my aesthetic, so I'm not doing them. Sorry Sam, sorry Mike, you won't got me on your back for them ones. So for those 2 weeks I'll be showing you another couple of catch-ups that I'm doing, but everything else, there'll be some form of an attempt at it at least, including the mosaic, which I've never done before, and I don't think we're that far from now. Double, but next week's a bit about the font. I didn't find it too bad. I quite like popcorns and puff stitches and bobbles when I remember which is which. So that wasn't too bad. Yeah. And next week's is Country Posy by Katie Moore, which this is going to be sideways but looks pretty much of a muchness. So from the ones on the past, let's see if I can remember, but you'll have to excuse me because this may include a bit of faffing about. So I've done the first one, which I keep calling the Eiffel Tower Square, but I think it's called Hera. Hera, get in, which is Hattie Risdale and should look like that. Obviously Hattie recommended DK and a 4mm hook. I used Aaron and a 5.5, and I used my Vogue variegated. I'm now on the 2nd ball of that, guys, out of 3. A lot of it's gone. Woo. So there's that one, and then what did I do? I made this one, which is Talavera. Does that sound like about right? Yes. Talavera 1, Emma Porter. And this is again on a 5.5mm, and this is predominantly, what's it called? Lion Brand Mandala Ombre in Chi, I think, and again it was a DK and 4mm recommended. Yep. Then we have Victoriana. The teeny tiny square. Look at the teeny tiny square. It's tiny. Yep. Again, Emma Potter recommends. Oh, and Aaron on a 5mm. So I'm actually nearly obeying this time. And that is just some variegated yarn I bought off eBay, and the blue is variegated yarn I got from Wilko's. Love that little one. If I do any en masse, it'll be this one. Oh, and then what's this? This is something to do with picos, I think. Now, I might, just thinking aside, I might save that one for a separate project. But I might not. Pico fan. Now my squares aren't very, I don't think they're meant to be. This looks kind of rounded. Full disclosure, I hate picos. I despise them. I don't like the way they look. I don't like making them. So I ignored their existence. And that was all, again, in the 5.5. DK from Wilko's. Not DK, Aaron from Wilko's. This is Megan Bormer, and she recommends a DK and a 3.75. And then we have this. I hated this. Hated it with a passion. And I apologise wholeheartedly to whoever the creator is, which I will get to in a minute. It's Baby Wheels by Anna Moray Suarez. I don't know. I apologise if I'm mullering your name. I loved it right up until the front post singles round the clusters, and after that it literally became the stuff of nightmares. I hated it. It was horrible. It was faffy. It's fiddly. I couldn't get this webbingy bit to line up. I mean, I love the effect of the colours of them. Wait, come back. Love the effect that the colours have made with the colour changes, but no, absolutely not. No, I don't know what happened, but my count went wrong, and no matter how many times I pulled it out and recounted it, it just didn't work for me. And I quite frankly ended up resenting it, but I've done it now. So it's, bye Lil, where you going? No, you're just gonna sit on my thing, aren't you? Okay. You are gonna have to get, no. Alright then, she's not. Excuse me. No, so for this one, it's just too much faffing about. For me. So that's that. Right. Hi. So as I say, next week we're going to have the last of the faffy, flowery shenanigans. That sounds really odd because some of the ones I've got from Sam and Mike are quite flowery, and aesthetically they're fine. I'm just not a faffy maker. It's me. Sorry. Sounds weird because I love them, all the ones that Sam and Mike have made, including that Baby Wheels one. I just hated making it myself. Anywho, so that was my first time of the week Thursday. Next week, as I say, will be the, what's its name? Country Posy, and then we're moving on to slightly more terrifying things. So yes, I will see you, what is tomorrow in your world, but Friday in mine, because this is still all Tuesday. For, is it finished Friday? And then on Saturday, and I'll still be wearing my Hellfire Club on Saturday t-shirt, because I'm batch recording, for the last Square Saturday for a while, until we've got to the end of this little lot. Okay. So yes, with that, look after yourselves, because if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. And in the immortal words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to one another.